Some of you are trying to do everything, and you are not taking into consideration and realizing that you are so wonderfully complex, and the abilities God has given you to do what you're doing. You're amazing. One day I was cooking a fried chicken at the stove, and this is when Patrick was just old enough to walk and be scary. You know that stage where they walk and like, whoa, whoa. So he's kind of toddling around, and I had biscuits in the oven, and I needed to check on those. And Ricky Neal was sitting on the countertop yelling at his sister in the living room about something. And this is the child from my chromosome package, so he can't just talk softly. He has to bellow. And Kristen's kind of yelling back at him, and Rick's in the dining room / office / piano room / football equipment / you know what I'm saying? Junk room, and he's trying to figure out where 2 cents went in the checkbook ledger. Like I care. So this is all going on, and I'm frying chicken, and I'm going, Patrick, scoot back, sweetheart. You're going to get burned by the chicken. You know how we do that? Okay, complexity, right? I'm talking, I'm moving him back like this. I'm checking on the biscuits. Okay, those are about done. Rick, I do not know where that 2 cents in. It doesn't matter. I mean, if it's below 200, you know, we're in the good frame. And I'm looking at Ricky. I'm like, Ricky, would you stop yelling at your sister? Kristen, stop it. And all of a sudden, I just stopped, and I went, oh, superstar. I did that. Ricky's like, Rick, he's not even paying attention. He's like, well, whatever, yeah. And I said, I go, I am so amazing. And you have to do this. You have to tell your family how amazing you are. And I said, look how many things I'm doing. I said, I'm talking to you. I'm trying to interrupt your conversation here. I'm trying to balance a checkbook. I'm keeping Patrick. You're so complex. You are so complex. Take the time to realize this, to appreciate it. All right? You are doing innumerable things at one time, and the reality is you can't do innumerable things at one time forever and keep your sanity. All right? And we're going to kind of go to where that leads on the practical strategies for change here. And then the other thing I want to talk about is the fact that it's the child. Such a good mom without children, aren't you? And let's be honest. We do this even now with children when we have other people's children, right? Like your brother-in-law, they bring their kids over, and you're like, I'd like to have them for a week. Get that out of them real quick. Yeah, so, all right, I'm just being honest with you. But it's a child, and it's just 3 things, 3 small things. The way that they are, the things that they do, and the things that they say. Just 3 minor things. It's the way they are. Okay, listen to me. This is so important. And this just changed everything for me. It was at Hearts at Home. It was the second Hearts at Home conference. And I went because that little guy that you saw up there about this size with a binky in his mouth, he was born and he needed to be fixed. You know, there was just something not right with him. He was like his dad's side of the family, and, you know, it was my job to fix that. But really, I had this child who it seemed like, I've got to fix him. I've got to figure out what's wrong with him. I've got to change him. And then we wouldn't have these problems. And I went to Hearts at Home